What's up, guys? The Eclectic Nerd here again, as always, and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. So, after the last test flight, I have brought the Cloud City back to our landing site, and I've retrieved the tanker because that is going to be our. We're gonna try and make it for the pole here, for the North Pole. And I think what I'm going to do is, so I kind of debated if I wanted to bring stuff with me or leave it behind, and what parts I was going to leave behind and what stuff I wasn't. And I decided that, this stuff was built on Mars, it deserves to stay on Mars. So that's just what's going to happen. And I felt bad leaving one ship without the other because they are kind of a matching pair. They're everyone needs a friend. So Atmo Rob and Atmo Miner will stay here. Martian Atmo Miner, Martian Atmo Rob, whatever. They will stay here on Mars, and we shall return to the stars from whence we came. Also, I think I'm going to capture a blueprint of this, so that if you guys want to build one on your own, and or use this as the basis for your own designs, that'll be available on the workshop on Steam. I'll put a link in the description so you can just go up there and grab that. So for now, we're just gonna focus on our maiden voyage, which will also be kind of our last voyage. We're gonna go try and find the North Pole. Let me pick up some altitude here. See just how much altitude we can gain. Oh, wow. I'm kind of disappointed that we can't get perpetual day anymore. I kind of miss that. Love how the tanker's just kind of bolted on top. I think the pole's right over there, actually. Well, there you go. End of episode. Roll credits. I think that's the pole right there. Trying to get my camera kind of centered there, because I think I actually crashed fairly close. This is kind of a poetic moment here, and I actually do think that the provided I don't waste all of it, I might be able to actually make it back with what little fuel is already in the tanker. Kind of impressed that it didn't actually take me all that long to get here. Now I have to start concerning myself with how about getting back into space. I did some reading. I think that ion thrusters start working about 25 kilometers up, more or less. I'm just gonna kind of as dangerous as it's gonna be, I might just wing it. And once I get indication, well, actually, it doesn't matter if I get indication that the atmosphere is gone, because it's currently reading nothing right now. I hear something rattling around, and it makes me very uncomfortable. Man, look at that. All those thrusters pushing mightily to keep us both aloft and going on our intended course. I think I also might leave this kind of hovering, just as kind of like a, I don't know, a poetic thing, so we can kind of come back one day and see, oh, look how this kind of crashed. I mean, it feels a bit wasteful. I mean, but it'll be entertaining. We'll be able to come back and be like, whoa, what happened? Considering that I spent I don't know, a dozen episodes trying to get trying to build this thing. Yeah, this is it. This is the ice cap. Man, that's really cool. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm not gonna thrash it. That seems unfair. Besides, I haven't actually gotten the blueprints yet. Spoilers. So I'm gonna have to probably take a moment at some point to capture them. Let's see, I'm trying to remember how you even get them. I think it's like Control B. Yeah, I think it's Control B. So I'm just gonna find a nice kind of central spot here. Let's see, where's the moon? Okay, the moon's basically right above us. We're gonna, yeah, right about there seems good. Alright, we're gonna bring it to a halt. That'll take a minute in and of itself. Slowly let it slow itself down here. That is so cool. I'm gonna miss these little guys. They served me well. We're still, man, Momentum is still carrying us quite a ways. These do not provide much braking thrust. Maybe I should have gone with 2 rows. Oh, I heard something clanging around. Okay, I think we're getting close to, there we go, stopping speed. Oh, okay, it's just the camera. I want to see how quickly it takes me to decelerate. Okay, so it's not that bad. One thing that does worry me is, oh, it did appear that at some point, it did not fully reach 0. Okay. Maybe that's just kind of lateral movement that comes from being in free fall. Bring it down nice and gentle like. We don't need to break anything. Especially considering that I'm basically sitting on the very, very bottom of this stupid thing. But who knows, like with some of these big builds like this, it might just bounce right off. I may have to top off the tanks in the tanker real quick too, just to grab a little bit of ice and whatnot. I just want to see the clouds of dust this thing kicks up. It'd be interesting if they altered the particles, like. I think the ground actually does kick up red dust as opposed to like kind of a white mist from the snow. Guess we're getting close to touchdown here. And bottomed out. Just gonna see if I completely shut this off. Will it stay? Okay. Ooh, it's teetering. Ooh. All right. Actually, I'm going to. Boop. Oh, no, we'll let it. We'll keep the home fires burning. let's see here. I have to see. Is there anything I want to bring with? Start. Well, no. That's. It was made on Mars. It shall stay on Mars. So we're gonna shut. We want to be able to come back one day and basically pick up where we left off. So we want everything to kind of be in stasis. All right. It was a good project, and she served us well. Ions on, and unlock. Let's see. Where are my beacons? This way. Oh shoot! I forgot. Hold up. I need my I need to get my blueprints before I leave. Okay, and I'm also I need to touch down here because I'm gonna have to refill these tanks because this is not gonna last. Okay. I think I'm locked. Yep, okay. Locked in place. She served us well. Oh, the snow makes different sounds too. Nice. So I think it's control. Hang on, I gotta get a nice shot of this thing here. Control B. Blueprint screen search. I think it's. Wait. Is it just F10? Yep, there it is. Okay. So. Hey, it's the form. What's it called? Started as the Nemo. Okay. I'm going to rename. Oh, how do I rename you? Detail. Oh, what was that about? What did I do? I don't know what I did. Maybe because that? Okay. Alright, so Control B. Let's see, how do I... Details? Can I rename this? I can, okay. So we're gonna rename this Cloud City. Okay. And we now have this for all of posterity. Okay. I'm gonna throw a little how-to in there. Give this a minute. Okay, publish has been successful. Awesome. I'll save that for later. Obviously, I'll have to use the get a link. Okay, and start scooping up ice here. It's gonna take a lot to get the tanks to the point where I feel comfortable flying. Wish you could just like click to pick stuff up. That would be nice. I like the textures of the ice too. It's really cool. Actually got kind of an icy feel to it. How much ice can I actually carry? I don't even know. I'm gonna run mine. Interesting. So run mining just kind of creates these nice little pockets. Missed that bit. I wonder how much it's going to take to actually fill these tanks to the point where I can feel safe. Let's see, check these tanks out here. Oh, do these? I bet these are burning some gas while idle. I'll turn those off. Okay, try that. Yeah, okay, there's a bit of draw on idle, which doesn't really make sense. I mean, I guess it kind of does, that they are burning some gas, some fuel. But it's not like they were being used. I'm really excited to get to go to the moon and do this next project. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go to the dark side of the moon, and I'm gonna make an underground base there. That sounds fun. And I think all of the ships that I build after the
inventory full.
Okay. I might do like an initial build just to get some. I think I'm gonna do some initial mining with my my non-green energy, my dirty energy, if you will, my dirty uranium burning ships, to just enough to get. Oh shoot, it doesn't really work because I need solar power. How am I going to balance this? Maybe. Okay, I think I'm going to find. I mean, depending on what the moon actually looks like, because if it's anything like the planet, I don't think there's some room for. I'm not sure if, because I'm playing on I don't have daylight times set. If it's just going to be dark like this all the time, in which case that's probably going to mess with things. So I may have to play around with using sunlight hours or daytime hours. Let's see. I wonder how long an actual day on the moon lasts. Like I think the moon. Because the moon has one side that always faces the Earth. So I don't know how long it would take for like where Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong landed. I don't know how long it would take for that part to be in the dark. I might have to look that up. And maybe I'll use that possibly as a guideline if it's not terribly long, which I think it might be. That, and I think Space Engineers has a limit on how long a day can be. The thing I don't know is if when you set day, is that day light or is that the day as a whole? I'd be really interested to find out. So we might start dabbling in daytime and daylight hours too with our next adventure. Okay. So yeah, the game plan is, well, I can't really do Dark Side of the Moon if I pick solar though. So maybe we'll have to do the Dark Side of the Moon some other time, because I really want to try basically subsisting off of solar and battery power only. And I was kind of trying to think in my head how I could basically build fast charging stations where there would be batteries on like a merge block with a couple merge blocks attached to them, and basically you would just kind of plug and play with these batteries. Once they kind of got low, you'd go to it maybe would be like some kind of there used to be these helicopters that had these like weird, like almost like arm areas where you could put cargo containers, and I think that's where I might draw my inspiration from on that, and use a series of batteries within them. Whoopsies, not that. Hit the Windows key. Who uses the Windows key? Okay, there we go. I need to check out my tanks here. Okay, so they're like half full. Okay. I'm gonna just keep going until they're full, and then that'll be kind of a good starting point, I think, because I think a full tank should probably be enough. And also, I did hook up my tanker. Oh, my tanker's gonna end up staying behind too. Maybe I'll send that off into oblivion somewhere. Just for funsies, we gotta do something for fun. Okay, double check the tanks. Okay, so we're 24 kilometers away. I think we might be good. So let's switch everything on. We're gonna unlock, and we're basically gonna try and sprint it. Granted, there isn't much forward thrust from my two tiny little thrusters, but hopefully it'll be enough. I want to see how fast this little bugger gets going. Oh, she tops out. Let's see, and I've got 2 bars on both tanks, so we're looking good there. I want to stay kind of close to the ground. Actually, it might be better to be high up, because that way if I have to bail out, my jetpack will be able to kind of slow my descent. Let's see, I got 5 hours of battery time. Man, we are looking good. This little guy is perfect. Alright, it's coming up on the horizon. "18 kilometers in closing." Fuel tank looking good still. I'll feel better once it actually comes into sight. Oh, it appears that the oxygen is filling my cockpit as well. That's nice. Man, I didn't realize it took this long to fly out. Jeez. I'm doing top speed coming back. Just do a... Can I do a barrel roll? Can I do a barrel roll? And... whee! Oh, that was fun. I really should set up a thing to turn off the braking thrust so I can just coast. That would be a smart thing to do. But I think this is probably better, because this is going to give me a more accurate gauge of what kind of range this thing gets. And it appears to be doing quite well. Got plenty. It looks like the tanks are holding out fine. I bet there's still probably a little bit of ice in there, so we're still getting some fuel flow into the tanks. Then I imagine once we get going, there's really not much external, like those bottom thrusters look like they're pretty much idle. They may be firing a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, Moonbase Alpha So almost 2,000 kilometers away, and we're about to make, I think this is going to be a moon-based beta. Or do I want to use the actual, like, is it Greek alphabet? Or do I want to, well, I think I think I'll do the phonetic alphabet, and this will be moon-based Bravo. Or it should be named more for the planet that's it's circling, so it should be like moon-based Mike. Yeah, I like that. So we're gonna build our next base is gonna be moon-based Mike. We're gonna jump around in the phonetic alphabet a bit. Oh, okay. Those tanks are getting dry pretty quick here. So I'm gonna kind of bring it in. Okay, I think we might just have enough. Yep, and there goes the last teeny tiny bit of fuel out of the tanker here. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get this into the hangar actually. It's not really gonna be much of a fit because it's kind of big. That is what she said, but it's beside the point. I should have put like atmospheric thrusters as backups on here. Alright, we won't be able to close the door. Alright, and touchdown, and we're gonna go ahead and lock that in place. Alright. I think we're gonna cut this guy loose as well. Jeez. Alright, and unlock that. Oop, bang something. Okay. And much like the other one, we're gonna leave it here for all of posterity. Oh, that tank is not full. Oh, that's why that thruster is on. Oh shoot! 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 Dang it! I really wanted to take off before the end of the episode. So we're gonna wing it. We're just gonna go for it. So, where is my scramble button? Make sure that this is not damaging anything. We're good there. That's good. That's good. Alright. We can go ahead. We can actually repressurize this. Where is my... Alright. I'm going to get to the main bridge. And we are going to blast up out of here. I'm going to turn my light off. I'm going to go for the main bridge so that we can actually see what we're doing. I think that back tank is probably going to be completely dry. So, oh well. Okay. And power. Okay. And one of those. Okay, that is 5. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Blast off. I'm gonna switch this on too right away. We're just gonna go straight up. We're not gonna worry about trying to fly or anything. We're just gonna go straight up, and hopefully we can get to the point where these actually, I think if I let go, I don't want to let go. Oh, That is a majestic sight right there. Actually, hang on here. Oh shoot, I'm pushing buttons. Whoops. Whoopsie. Okay, tab. Okay, got it. Nailed it. I have to get up before the tanks run dry. Which I think, well, we're doing all right. I don't know at which point these thrusters are going to start making an actual difference. Probably the point when I can let go of the upward throw of the actual of the hydrogen thrusters. And I just remembered that I think that left tank on the left engine pod is not going to break away because I don't think my merge blocks are all set up properly. Let's see, nope, okay. We're gonna keep on shooting for space here. I'll be able to tell when I think those start kicking off to brake to slow me down, and they actually start working. We're doing it. We're doing it. This might actually work. Check. Okay, so we're about halfway through most tanks. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting about 50%. Oh, look, you can see the curvature of the planet. That's really cool. Oh, look, the sun's over there. That's nice. Let's see if it's from the bottom what this looks like. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if there's any damage either. Oh! Are we in space? Are we technically in space now? Can I start? Probably not. See, I don't know where the Martian atmosphere fully ends. Okay. All thrusters are still firing. So we're currently at 22,000 feet, or meters, sorry. Because I think at about 25,000 is when they really get their, like they hit their peak in terms of ion thruster power. I think I'm just going to go till I run out of gravity. That should probably be a better gauge. Oh look, is that a meteor? Surely it must be in space by now. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, I love it. Oh yeah, I must be clear. I must be clear of the atmosphere by now. I'm gonna see if I completely stop, because those thrusters are not doing anything. I'm gonna go nose up here. Yeah, I must be close. I just realized something. My uranium fuel time is not looking good. Ooh, another thing occurred to me. probably should be going just straight up when I break these away. Alright, I am going to kind of coast for a second here. Because I think I am technically in space by now. Even though these ion thrusters don't seem to be working. That, and it looks like these tanks are pretty much dry. Yeah, I have to be in space. That's a freaking meteor right there. There's meteors around me. Alright, so I think I'm just going to keep going until the fuel runs out, and once the fuel runs out, I'll just cut these guys loose. Shouldn't be long. And they just hit the bottom of the needle for the most part. Okay. Yep. All right. That's we are in space now. Technically. Oh, that's why my dampeners were off. Okay, so I can. All right, we're gonna gain a bit of momentum here, and we're going to boop. Did I? Okay, I had to make sure that everything broke free. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're still. Yeah, that's okay. That's why, because they're still traveling at like 100 meters per second. So I'm actually going to stop and let them go by. Bye, fuel tanks. Thanks for getting me to space. Let's see, are they on a? I wonder if they're on like. It'd be funny if they ended up on a collision course with the moon. That'd be awesome. Okay, now that we're in space, I need to get myself oriented here. Where is the moon? Okay, there it is. So they might hit the moon. They just might. Bye, thrusters. So majestic. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. I'm going to put myself on a coast course for the moon, and hopefully by the next episode we'll be there. If not, I may have to kind of do some work off camera beforehand just to get there. Maybe make a jump or two. But as always, if you are enjoying this series, be sure to leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And if you have any thoughts for how we should live on the moon, that would be appreciated as well. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.